Hi, I'm Dr. Lisa Thompson of drlisaandthompson.com, and I have a question for you. Have you landed in Facebook jail recently where maybe you were put on restrictions where you can't join and post in any groups that you're a moderator of, or you are restricted from accepting friendship requests or using Facebook Messenger? Well, there's a reason for that, and a lot of marketers don't understand why that happens. And with Facebook, what they do is they're measuring your behavior on Facebook, where they keep track of how often you post, how often you make friend requests, how often you follow people, and how often you join groups and post into groups. So when people get into home business or internet marketing, okay, and they start to go into Facebook groups, or they start making friends, they do it at a real fast pace, which is out of their norm for Facebook, okay, where Facebook's tracking your behavior. Then what happens is when you start operating out of the norm, Facebook has a software that's like, okay, this person's acting a little bit out of their normal behavior, and they start to track you a little bit more closely. So you might see things where you might be logged, you might have to log back into Facebook. Or you're going to see something where Facebook says you might be doing something too fast, slow down. But if you keep doing it, what happens then is Facebook's going to put you, and their software triggers it where you are automatically restricted. And that's what we call Facebook jail, okay? And that restriction can last anywhere from 12 hours up to a week, and I've seen some where it's lasted up to almost 4 weeks. And in some cases, it could lead to a permanent ban, okay? Now, when that happens to you, you don't want to panic. You can't appeal it because this is something I wish Facebook would make more clear, because they have like an appeal button when they say you're restricted, and it's a software. Okay, they can't manually override it, or at least that's what they say. And you have to wait for the software to lift the restriction, and then you go back in. So what can you do as you're growing your business on Facebook, to help you make sure that you're not landing in Facebook jail all the time, and you're training Facebook your behavior? Some things you want to do, and you have to understand this concept, is you have to go slow to go fast. So once you get out of Facebook jail, you want to start joining Facebook groups, but you want to do it where you're going a maximum, of 10 Facebook groups a day joining. Now, you don't want to do all 10 at once. You may want to stagger the times out, where you may join 2 groups, okay, and then wait a couple hours and then join another 2 groups, and then do that throughout the day. When you're looking at Facebook groups, you want to make sure that you're joining groups that have a lot of members in it, more than 5,000, and they're posting more than 10 times a day. You want to be in an active group. Then what you want to do is you also want to follow people who are in your niche, okay? You don't want to send friend requests. You want to follow them. And Facebook gives you where you can follow up to 5,000 people. So you want to follow people where you have mutual friends in common. So you want to start with some leaders in your niche, and if you're friends, and if you notice you've got some mutual friends that are maybe over 20, then you want to follow them, okay? And then when you start following them, then you can look and see if, because they will follow you back, and then you can start doing some Facebook friend requests, okay? Because you want to make sure that you have people who, when you're sending your friend requests out, because you only can have 5,000 friends on your Facebook personal profile, that these are people who are going to interact with your posts, okay? Because Facebook keeps track of that too, because, what they're gauging is they want a positive user experience. So if you've got people who are interacting with you consistently, they're liking, commenting, sharing your posts, and you're liking, commenting, and sharing other people's posts that you're familiar with, what that's going to do is Facebook's going to see your content that you put out on Facebook as relevant, and they're going to keep your posts on the Facebook newsfeed longer, which will give you more exposure and more engagement. Okay, so I hope these tips help you out. And if you want to know more about how to do really good Facebook marketing and get leads, really leveraging Facebook groups where you're not going to land in Facebook jail, I have a 2-hour Facebook training for you that will show you all the ins and outs on how to do that and do it the right way, okay, where you're going to stay in Facebook's good graces. So all you have to do is I put the link in the video description, and I also put it in the comments section. So all I have to do is click on that link and give me your best email address, and I will send that training right over to your email box. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.